Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For this video I am going to be doing a first impressions on the Modern Renaissance Subculture palette. I did get this off a website called Cult Beauty, so I'm hoping that it is, you know, as pigmented as what the Modern Renaissance one was. I have not touched this. I mean, typically my mum opened it up just to look at the colours, but I personally have not touched this. So yes, brand new wig, and this is pretty much more or less my dream hair. Long brown, it's like 24-inch I think, so it pretty much reaches down to my belly. I wish it could have been like a little bit more warmer, like a bit more red tone, but besides that I absolutely love it. The lace front, as you can clearly see. Should be doing a first impressions like I just said. Obviously focusing on the eyes because, you know, my base is clearly taken care of. I just decided to do my base while I was waiting for my battery to charge. The Subculture one is precisely the same as the Modern Renaissance one, except obviously it's got a green velvet cover, and obviously just details at the back. It does come with a handy dandy little brush, as the other one does. Pretty sure, I think they're the same size. Pretty where my other one is, but they're basically the same thing. I'm pretty sure they're the same brush size. There shouldn't be too much difference, so I will be testing out this brush as well. Of course, be using the majority of my own brushes. Do have the colours Cube, Dawn, Destiny, Adorn, All-Star, Mercury, Axis, Roxy, Electric, Fudge, New Wave, Untamed, Edge, and Rowdy. However you want to pronounce that. Seriously, where the hell's the other ABH brush? That was a mission and a half, so two different brush sizes on this side. This one's a little bit more straight. This one's just a little bit more oval or dome shaped. But these two, well, this one's just a little bit fluffy. It's probably because I have used it. But other than that, they are precisely the same size. Yes, I'm out of breath. Just from sitting on the floor and picking up brushes. This is what the Renaissance one looks like, because we all know this one. All the colours are all, you know, warm to neutral tone to a lot more on the brown than the pink side. Subculture one is also cool and warm tone, but it's a lot more on the green blue side. So I'm going to just swatch each one with my finger and then just test it with different brushes. I don't have any brushes that are human hair. I've only got synthetic ones, and apparently human hair picks up pigment a lot better. Just to make sure it doesn't bother me if nothing is like alarmingly pigmented, because you can build up in colour. It'll take a while, but you'll get there. So I'm going to test it with my finger and then with an eyeshadow brush. I'm going to start off with Cube on my ring finger. It's actually a lot more pink and iridescent. I mean, it's not like a shocking amount of pigment. Just casual crow out there, or raven walking around the bread's mouth. It's trippy. It looks white, but on the finger, it's pink. Alright, now to test that with a eyeshadow brush. So it doesn't pick up that much, but it still comes up pink. This transition tone on Dawn picks up a lot of pigment in an instant, which is good. Then with the brush, also a lot of pigment. So there are, I guess the white one Cube is meant to be like a highlight, so it's intentionally very sheer. So I've honestly got no idea what kind of look I'm going to do with this. I definitely want to disconnect from what anyone else has done, so it's not like a repetitive thing. And I also picked up my primer. This is. I'm just going to prime my eyes and zoom you guys in. So I haven't seen too many reviews on this palette. I've only seen Jordan Hahn's version and Evelyn Forcell's video on it. I think that's literally the only two people I've seen play around with this palette. Okay, so now I'm going to, of course, go. There's actually considerably two transition tones in here. One of which is of course Dawn and Mercury, but I'm obviously going to go in with Dawn as my transition tone. And it definitely reminds me a lot of Shannix O's palettes, the mango-y tone shade. And it is nice and pigmented as well. A little bit certainly goes a long way. I use 2 dunks on this side. It definitely blend out amazingly well. There's not anything ever wrong with a harsh line, because some people do go for that in a specific look. And as transition tone down, now there's definitely, of course, way too many colours to fit into all of my lid. So basically I'm just going to put like a couple of mixed shades on my eyelid and then just swatch the rest on my hand or my wrist. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Roxy. Put that on the outer V. It's a nice peachy tone. So I'll build that up just a tiny bit. Now I'm going to take some of, I'm actually probably going to do a halo eye because that seems to always work. I hadn't realised I had to stop filming, so I basically just blended in some of Roxy into my inner corner. Now I'm taking All Star and building up the density. Now I'm going to take on this Fat Squatty shadow brush from Colour Cosmetics. I'm going to take some of Velvety, which is a deep purple shade, and make an eyeliner out of that. Okay, just thinking, probably might be a bit easier if you use my eyeliner brush. Alright, now to do the same thing out of the side. Zoom out slightly, you don't need it that close to my face. Okay, so I definitely want to take some of Dawn and place it onto the centre. So I'm going to be using a brush I haven't quite used in a long time, and taking my Exo Beauty eyeshadow brush. Okay, this probably requires my finger actually. Then I'm going to take some of Electric, which is this shade here, using my Colour Cosmetics pencil brush in the centre. And now I'm going to take some of, I'm going to use the brush this time. So I'm going to choose to use the brush now. I'm taking some of Untamed, which is the darker green shade, and under my lash line. So it's definitely a nice deep green. Okay, so it definitely isn't a colour dark enough to tight line or anything like that, but so far I'm liking how it's looking. Contemplating between the white shimmery pink shade or this shade here off the inner corner. It's going to be with an iridescent pink shade, which the brush doesn't even pick that up as that sheer, so again with the finger. I have to build it like 3 times, quite a few times to get anything out of it. Okay, so I am just going to quickly use some of Wanted from Nikki Tutorials. Find a brush for it. There it is. Just to line my waterline, because I don't actually have an eyeliner or a pencil liner, but right, so I do have an eyeliner, but doesn't seem to be in my drawer. So I'm just going to carry on with what I was doing. Right, so I do want to try and get cube shape up to my brow bone as well. I'm going to take the same brush that it comes with. It's hardly doing anything, so going back on with this brush. This kind of does something, but not like a oh my gosh Vermeer amount. It's so bloody sheer. I mean, turning my head, you can definitely see it because it is an iridescent tone. It needs to have to light catch it to be picked up, but I'm going to go in with Vermeer so I can get something out of that. I'm going to take a little bit more of Dawn and blend this out a bit more seamlessly. That's it for the eyes. So obviously I'm going to put some lashes on and mascara, and then I will be right back. Okay, so here is the completed look. I did put some lashes on, which is the Sinner. I'm pretty sure it's for the Sinner from Exo Beauty, the Party Stack on my eyes. I did already add my highlight, which is Lucent. Also from Exo Beauty, mascara is CoverGirl the Supersizer, and lipsticks I used this shade this shade and then mixed with this shade. Also wanted to keep it on the warm tones. Yeah, and I'm still not quite used to a pouty lip. So yeah, I absolutely love how this palette has performed. I mean, Cube was just a little bit frustrating because it's so ridiculously sheer. It's like, what can I compare it to? It's like working with very, very fine glitter. Like, you just don't get much of it at all. So the rest of the colours performed really well. I know that there was a controversy that a lot of people were rather unhappy with how the palette was performing and stuff like that. How some of the pigments weren't pigmented enough, or just even when they were pigmented enough, they just wouldn't sit on the eyelid properly. Like, there was too much like it was just too patchy. You start to pack it down, and then as you start to blend it out, it was just, you know, pretty much fading off into oblivion, whatever the reasons were. Kid Tutorials has covered that as well. I think she uses her Culture palette recently. So I have not had that issue, but it's only because technically the palette wasn't sent to me. I did purchase it from a website called Cult Beauty. Pretty much has a lot of kind of like Beautylish, how it has multiple different makeup brands, but you know, it's a website on its own, so it's like kind of like that. That's where I got this palette from. So the colours have performed really, really well. I did notice that this gold one, Dawn, needed to be used with a finger, but when you some shadows you need to pack on, no matter how pigmented it looks. And that all the other colours work super well. Of course, the shimmery ones are a little bit difficult to work with, but the matte, they just are so much easier to work with for some reason. So I am going to swatch each one on my finger and then just wipe it onto my arm. Okay, so there we go. That was all the swatches on my arm. I just thought I would not do a voiceover and just, you know, play some music and, you know, swatch away. So all the shadows seem quite, they don't like look like a very stark harsh line, not like when you wipe some hair dye on yourself, but like pretty good shadows. Some of them are a lot more sheer than others. Others are like really in your face, but definitely, which one was I don't think I swatched Cube, actually, because it does not show up to save our life. It's not pink, but as soon as you put it in the arm, it's like nothing's there. It's like a tiny bit of a pink mark, which is at the bottom here, but you can't see anything at all. So besides Cube being slightly a bit of a disappointing shade, the rest of the palette is just amazing. Of course, this copper tone, which is this one here. It comes up really well on the finger, but when you're patting it down, I guess there's some colours that you need to re-pack on, as Jordan Hunt was saying. She found that she had to pack on some of the colour. When I was watching Amy's makeup box, she said that, I think she did a video on it, where she said to pack it down as much as you want and then blend it out gradually and it'll just work out beautifully. I have not had that problem at all. I feel like I was just working with the Model Renaissance palettes all over again. I haven't had no issues with, except to set my wig cap, no issues with the blending, the application or anything like that, oh, except for Cube of course, but besides that, excluding Cube, the rest of the colours work so well and I'm super happy with the palette. Considering I didn't get it from in the same website that everybody else more than likely got it from, and or it was not sent to me. I wish, but that's not the case. Here though, goodbye. So I can see you. Okay, so here is a close-up of the makeup. So got quite a nice range of peachy tones at the top, and then like a divide of the darker shade, followed by some green underneath, like a bit of a stark smoky pop colour. So that now concludes this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and I shall see you all for my future videos.